What's up, friends? You're just in time because Pooh and I here are about to pack some orders. Well, you guys will have to forgive me if I look a little bit out of it right now. I'm forcing myself to get back into a more, adult sleeping schedule. And today is the first day of getting up at 7 again. Yesterday I got up at like 9. So anyway, out here pulling some orders. First thing that sold is some of this makeup and... Pooh, what are you doing in there? Back in your bag. Couple makeups here. Ready, Set, Gorgeous. You guys have probably seen me sell these a few times. They've been selling pretty consistently for me, so sold a couple of these again for 24 bucks. Sold some Keen sandal water shoe kind of things. These were from my mom's Goodwill pile, and they sold for 30 bucks with free shipping. All right, I sold one of these plain green New Era hats. I bought these for $1 a piece at a yard sale about a year ago, and this one just sold for 8 bucks or $8.75 on sale. So I'm not making a lot on that, but it is part of a sale that I'm running that's based on how old an item is. All right, and the last item out here, for eBay at least, is this. I'll have to get that dusted off, but St. Louis Cardinals cap there. I think I had it listed for 25 and they made a best offer of 20 bucks and I took it. So that was not a bad... Where did Pooh go? Pooh? Where are you? Oh, there you are, you mischievous little bear. So I also have all of these Heroes of Gujitsu figures. Got a ton of these for $1.50 a piece. These were a retail arbitrage lead from that leads group I mentioned I'm a part of, Team Flip Flip. Have been sitting on these for a while. At first I was waiting to get approved on Amazon to sell toys. Now I'm approved. Then I was waiting for FBA to open back up to send them in, but decided just to list them a while back, and they've been selling like hotcakes. So I'm gonna bring these bins in as well and be packing those up. Sold a few more eBay items I was pretty happy about. This manual, just the manual for Zelda Oracle of Ages for Game Boy, sold for 13 bucks with free shipping, so that's pretty nice. And then I also sold these 3 copies of Polymerization. These are Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I bought this binder of Yu-Gi-Oh cards for like 5 bucks from a guy a while back, and my brother-in-law and I went through them all, and these were the only ones worth anything at all. I think all 3 of them sold for like 12 bucks. Then last but not least for eBay, I sold this Pelican Av Splitter. You can tell it's old because the AVs that it splits are DVD, other, Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, and VCR. So you just plug in all your AVs in the back and don't have to re-plug them into your TV. This has been sitting around for me for a while, but I finally listed it and it sold for 20 bucks with, I think, plus shipping. All right, then just sold a few more things. This pair of Turtle Beach headphones sold for 10 bucks plus shipping. This anime series or movie or something, Ghost in a Shell, sold for 20 bucks. Picked that up for maybe 5 or 6. And then this Rip and Dip card brick. This is like 12 or something decks of cards. This was an online arbitrage lead from that group, and bought it for $180 and it just sold for $250 plus shipping. So why somebody would pay that much for a bunch of decks of cards, I do not know, but that sold, so I'm pretty happy. And also, on an unrelated note, check out this super cute little Lego set that Erica and I just built on date night. It's Hagrid's hut from Harry Potter, so that's pretty nice. So eBay orders were really good this weekend, but Amazon was even better. All right, so I'm gonna kind of chunk these up. These were all of the online arbitrage items that sold this weekend for me. Oh, I got stuff falling. These guys I paid like 20 a piece for and they sold for 44. These guys I paid like 40 a piece for after the discount and they sold for like 70 to 75. And then these two were not as good. I paid like 25 a piece, and I think they sold for like 45 or 48. So they'll just be a little bit more expensive to ship. So honestly, I probably wouldn't buy those again, but they went down in price a little bit. Then I sold a few more handhelds here. This is a Dsi Xl. I think it sold for about 60. Probably picked it up for like 25. This is a pink DS Lite, sold for like 65, I believe. And I pay about 20 for those. And this is a black DSi that sold for, I think, 57, and probably paid around 20 as well. And finally, the moment everyone has been waiting for, what sold from this box here that I just listed on Friday. This is the stack right here. Not really any big surprises here. Lord of the Rings sold for 20 for GameCube. Rebel Strike sold for 28. Smash Bros. Brawl sold for 29, which that game was worth like 14 bucks a few weeks ago. Backbreaker, I actually was a little bit surprised by this one. That sold for 38. Good one to look out for on the 360. I've sold a few copies of those. NASCAR Heat 3 sold for 20. That's in new condition. Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life sold for 27. Super Paper Mario sold for, I think 17. Donkey Kong Country Returns sold for 35, which is a great price to get for that. Then I sold 3 copies of Resident Evil for 20 bucks a piece. I think I paid like maybe 4 or 5 a piece for those. Super Mario Galaxy sold for, I can't remember. I think maybe 20 or 25. And then Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U sold almost instantly for $35. And just like a month ago, you could get it for $7 on Amazon. So glad I held out on that one, and I'm going to get these all packed up. They will all cost around $3 to ship, and I'll pay between like, I'd say $3 and $6 a piece, depending on what the price is in fees. So pretty good margins on these guys. Then all the rest of my orders today were those Gujitsu figures. They all sold from between like $17 to $25 a piece. So solid margins on those as well. And I'm going to get everything packed up. All right, well, 57 orders packed up and ready to go. One thing that I did want to mention is I really strongly support using recycled materials as packing materials and boxes and stuff as much as possible. Some of the earlier orders I was using a bunch of boxes. This is where I store the ones that I get in the mail. I try to reuse them as much as I can. Stuff like this, like games, it's just harder because you need bubble mailers and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I definitely try to do that anytime that is possible because I just don't like how much waste, like all this stuff that's like new boxes and stuff, I don't like how much waste that creates. So just wanted to share that value that I had. Well, I think that'll pretty much do it for today. Thank you guys as always for watching. I think tomorrow or the next day, I'm gonna tackle the rest of my video game death pile, all my like acceptable and good condition stuff. I think some of that should sell pretty quick too, so stay tuned for that. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, I will catch you guys on the flip.